Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for May the 1st through to the 15th. So lots of intense energy. We've entered into eclipse season, so kind of expect some fated shifts and changes to come in with this. There's a new moon happening in your fellow earth sign Taurus, which is happening on either the 30th of April or the 1st of May, depending on where you are in the world. And then we have the culminating energy of the full moon in Scorpio, which is happening mid-May around the 15th or the 16th, depending on where you are in the world. And this is going to be a full moon lunar eclipse. Now, I was just tuning in. I know that George, those of you who don't know George is my rooster. He's just by the window here. I can hear him kind of making these funny little noises. He's been super quiet of late because there's been a goshawk around that's been stalking them, and every time it comes near, I kind of run out and hide it, chase it away. So they've been a little bit quieter of late, the chooks, and it's just something I'm going to have to deal with. But the reason I'm talking about George is I always think George is a Capricorn. And when I was tuning in, I thought I'll just meditate and get a little image for Capricorn. And I got an image of a rooster, and it was George. It was a rooster that was on the lookout, and that's just what I got the message, on the lookout. So, and it didn't necessarily mean that there was a sense of danger. It was just you were either on the lookout for opportunities, but also on the lookout just to make sure there's nothing on the horizon that you need to be worried about as well. So it just on the lookout. However that applies, I was like, is there anything more? And they're like, no, that's it. So Capricorn, I'm going to pull you some cards. Messages of empowerment coming to you. We have the Three of Crystals, collaboration and productivity. I like it. And number 0, the Traveler, adventure and potential. We like that. That's the equivalent of the Fool card. Adventure and potential. Wow, look at this, taking this huge leap into the unknown, this leap of faith here. But I feel like you're about to throw yourself into something, quite literally. Throw yourself into something where you're going to be busy, but it's going to be good because it's going to be quite productive. So, yeah, and it feels like you're potentially working with other people or working with energies that there's harmony, which feels nice as well. So you just feel good because it's like you're achieving things and doing things. So this feels really nice, this energy that's coming through for you, Capricorn. So I just want to let you know that this reading is for, and the eclipses, sorry, I just want to interrupt myself. The eclipse energy is about new possibilities, new exciting starts and beginnings. And they sort of come in and out unpredictably, they can, but it just feels like there's something really exciting, particularly to do with your work, or something that you want to put like a lot of energy into, like something you really want to achieve in your life. And I feel like there's a lot of doing coming in for you, Capricorn, but it feels good. So this reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. I always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Capricorn. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. Not all of it's going to resonate, but parts may or hopefully will resonate, and sometimes the whole thing doesn't resonate, and then it maybe next week's reading will be something for you. But if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. And always just kind of trust your intuition. You know what's feeling right and what isn't with any of reading. It's these general energies. Okay, so for anything really. Let's get some messages for Capricorn coming through. It's all over the shop. These cards are finding it hard to focus at this moment. We've got Pentacle, King, Taurus, Crown. I love it. So because this is, your fellow earth sign, this is a new moon, which is all about new activation, starting new things. And you've got the Fool there, which is the Traveler, taking a leap into jumping into something new. And it's your fellow earth sign, Taurus. This feels really, really good for you. So it's definitely something that's activating, quite literally in that new moon. It feels like it's something very grounded. It could definitely be something to do with money as well, money and resources with this Pentacle King energy. It feels generous. Like I feel like it's like Taurus is saying, Capricorn, my friends, I have a lot to offer you, a lot of abundance. What do you need to start this project or to get this off the ground? And I do feel like this Pentacle King is being a very generous energy. So there might quite literally be someone around who's generous and offering you an opportunity opportunity, which might be very, very nice. But this might just be you saying, opening up and kind of opening up some of your own resources, whether that's time, money, or something else, materials of some sort, that you're thinking, right, I'm going to put this towards something else and use it in this way, utilize it. So it's very practical and pragmatic. It's like you're making something that potentially could be, it needs to kind of be, it's going to potentially have some very tangible good results. But at the moment, it's all about the starting and throwing yourself into it stage. But it wants to be well made. This is the thing. You're building something of well, I was going to say the word they keep showing me is confidence, but you're not necessarily, well, some of you could be building confidence. I feel like you're actually building something of substance here, which feels important. You've got death. Mars, Pluto, Scorpio, Uranus, the death card is coming in. So this is potentially transformative. This is a big shift and change that could transform something. So it's kind of like, just say you go to your garage and you decide, okay, I'm going to clean all this up. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to put a shelf in there. I'm transforming it. So you're quite literally making things to transform a space or transform something in your life. You're doing things. So I do feel like there's going to be a sense of achievement at the end of this. So this is great to throw yourself into any kind of DIY projects or hobbies or something like that. Or it can be a bigger picture stuff, it could be something to do with your work and career. But it's just really great to throw yourself into something that, I think is going to have this transformative effect on you, quite literally, because you are feeling productive. We've got Sword 3 Uranus Libra, and it's having this transformative effect on something that potentially has been causing a little bit of pain. The Sword 3 Uranus Libra is where there's a conflict point, where there is perhaps a wound. Something has wounded you. And it's gone, well, maybe there was issues around money, but this is like, I'm just getting on top of this, whatever this is that's coming in. We've got the Strength card, so it's requiring some bit of courage and resilience to step into this, but, you're strong, and it may be that you're making something stronger as well. So crossed by the Empress, all right, the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, oh, we like that. The Knight of Cups, oh, look at this, success coming in the near future. Fantastic, we love that. Oh, look at this, you are building something fantastic. Wow, I love it. Yes, I love it. I don't know if I want that card, but we're going to have celebration as well. Okay, fantastic. Celebrating a great achievement here of some sort. This is because you've gone in and done the hard work. It's kind of interesting because it is crossed by the Empress, which it's interesting because the Empress is Venus. It's the planet of abundance. It's the energy of abundance. It rules Taurus, this energy of this new beginning. And so it's interesting that it's crossing it, because it might feel like this is you getting the strength or the courage to step into this. And it feels like at the moment you're not in this abundant space at this moment in time. There's something that feels like the opposite of that. It feels like, so it's kind of interesting that that's what's crossing you, is the Empress. So it may actually be that, the Empress always says expect a great outcome. So maybe it's kind of like, if I do this, there's a lot of pressure to do it well and to have a good result. So that can even be something that it's like you're gathering the forces to do this. So the Empress is not a bad energy at all. It's just like you want a good result, and it just feels like a pressure that's being put on it. That's all. In your conscious mind, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. This is a Capricorn energy actually in this deck. Sometimes it's Taurus, sometimes Capricorn, but you've got yourself in your own head. You're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about your own comfort or things that you're comfortable with. You're thinking about your own stability here with this Queen of Pentacles. So it could be that you're wanting to bring in something around the home that's bringing a sense of something's a bit more comfortable. But like I said, you're building structures or throwing a lot of energy into it, or it's to do with your health or to do with your your money situation, but you're kind of wanting a bit more serenity and comfort, even though it's kind of strangely, it's like in order to find this, it feels like you've got to really do something. So, yeah, interesting. So you might be thinking about your long-term stability and how comfortable you are within a situation at this moment in time as well. At the base, you've got the Sun card. So I love this for you because this is where you're being shown something really clearly. You've got a lot of vitality coming in here, a lot of energy that's coming in to throw into this, which is fantastic with the Sun card showing you something really clearly. And it's energizing. Like I said, it brings happiness. At the root of the issue is your happiness, the sense of feeling really happy with something or finding this happiness. So the Sun card's also a sense of wanting to break through a wall, break through something that feels like it was kind of, something big, like wanting some kind of breaking, like a PB kind of energy, getting a personal best. So I do feel like there's going to be breakthroughs around this energy because of this kind of, this vitality that you're putting into it. So in the recent past, you've got the Knight of Cups with the Death energy as well is here. And this is where you're kind of emotionally been questioning something. It's kind of like the way you've been feeling and the direction you've been heading with something has been shifting and changing. And it just feels like the terrain is a little bit different now. You're feeling a little bit differently about something or someone. And potentially there's been a big transformational shift in a relationship or in the kind of direction that you find yourself heading in terms of where your heart is leading you. So, yeah, interesting. In the near future, you've got success. I love it. Success with the Six of Wands. People are going to recognize it. You might get someone coming in going, you've done a great job, or this looks really fantastic. Or this could quite literally be winning some kind of accolade or award, or it's just feeling really successful within yourself. You've overcome something. This is what I feel here with this Sword 3 and being crossed by the Empress. It was kind of like something that felt like a huge block, and it was like a demotivator. It felt like this is all too big, like to even do it or to even start for whatever reason. But it's like you kind of finally get off the starting blocks and you're doing it. So it feels successfully like you've overcome something that was holding you back with this. So interestingly, you've got the Ten of Swords. This is you, which is kind of fascinating that you've got this Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords can be where you are finally let go of an idea. You finally let go of how you thought something should be or something you believed to be true. And you've just finally said no to something or told someone it didn't work, it's not going to work out, or just shut a door or a chapter in your life. It's like this is an ending of some sort. It's kind of interesting with the Death card as well, because that represents endings too. So there's been some significant endings that have occurred here, and a very, very significant beginning that's occurring here with the Fool card. And sometimes with the Ten of Swords, this is where you're feeling tired, you're exhausted, you need a little bit of healing as well. You feel like, the Ten of Swords can be that there's been some kind of betrayal. You felt quite literally like somebody's just done the wrong thing by you, and it just felt like words can really, really hurt, or actions can really, really hurt as well. But it's kind of like putting the worst behind you with that energy. It's like I just need to kind of shut that door for whatever reason. And this is why I think it's really fascinating to have this next to the Sun card, which is the card of vitality, because this Ten of Swords is like when you're down and out and you're just like, no more. Can't do this anymore. No. And then the Sun, at the root, it's like wanting to get back to, so something's been draining you probably mentally as well. And it's just like, I need to, get back to feeling like this, the sun, like the sun is shining again, that I've got my strength back, I've got my vitality back. So yeah, it's interesting because there's a lot that's been going on inside your element of air, which is your thoughts, your minds, the way you've been organizing things. And this is why it's interesting that we've got the Queen of Swords here. as well in the energy surrounding you. So this is where I feel like you've had to be very strong and strongly communicated a no to something or someone. And this could be somebody that you could be in a relationship with. This could be something to do with a path that you thought you were going down and decided that you're not. So I feel like it's kind of like your heart was leading you down a path, and along the way something shifted and changed. Now you're realizing I have to say no to that. So I think clear communication is the key, which is really important, but you're kind of saying no to one thing and saying yes to something else. So yes, Eight of Cups, walking away from something that hasn't been fulfilling, hopes and fears. And yeah, I mean, it can be both a hope and a fear. It's really up to you, but it's like like I said, the way you've felt about something or how much satisfaction you've been getting from something has shifted and changed. And so you're just making changes accordingly. So you have, as an outcome, the Ten of Pentacles, which is what you've created, has reached its peak. You know, it's done, it's completed. You've done a great job here. So just say, imagining, they're showing me like a flat pack, like something from IKEA, like you've got like a bookcase. Just say you got a bookcase, it's all flat pack, you have to pull it apart, construct it, make it. This is just an example. It doesn't have to actually be what's happening in your life. Just you've made it, it's finished, it's done. You've made it, there's nothing else to do for it. You've completed the job, completed the project, you've done a great job, excellent work. And the Ten of Pentacles is that you've done all that you can at this moment in time, and that you've completed something, and there's a great sense of achievement and completion with it. Now, with that comes a little sense of, mental conflict, because it may be you're just like, well, that was fun, like it was good, I was enjoying doing that, but this feels like more of a shorter term project kind of energy that you kind of throwing yourself into. And then after it's completed, it's like, what next? What next? So I think it's getting those little juices happening where it's good to have this sense of achievement. And what I would say, the words I just got was realistic. Have a realistic end point for this, because you want to be able to have this sense of achievement that's coming through. So set an intention with this new moon that I want to be doing this. I want to make this, I want to bring this into my life, and make it a realistic goal for like 2 weeks, something you can achieve in a couple of weeks, or, maybe a little bit longer, but something in the short term that you can achieve. But it's also, interestingly, on a bigger picture, this Ten of Pentacles does represent a legacy of some sort. So I do feel like ultimately on a bigger picture, you're throwing yourself into something. For some of you, this is mirroring something that's occurring in terms of just the general direction of your life and the legacy you'd like to leave behind. So interesting. So there is celebration around this with the Three of Cups. So time to celebrate this wonderful achievement, which is really, really lovely. So let's get an affirmation card for you, Capricorn. It says, it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. That's you. I am not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care. I constantly have new insights and new ways of looking at my world. I'm willing to change and grow. And yeah, I think it's just such a positive energy that's coming through with this, a positive outlook, just taking something on. So that's going to feel good. Let's pull a charm. We've got the beautiful moth. Absolutely a beautiful moth. I kind of do feel like this is partly a butterfly as well, because it's got the death card there, which is about transformation. I'm getting more a butterfly than a moth, actually, but you might get something different with this. But again, I'm getting that it's something short term for the moment, like a moment of inspiration will strike. And it may be something that kind of is only there for a day or two. You just get this real motivation to do something. But that's just enough to start you off, start you on the journey, because I'm kind of getting there's a longer journey here. But it's really important to start off really well and have some initial like wins with this. So that's what's coming through for you, Capricorn. So I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to see what's coming in the near future. You've completed something, but like we said, there's a longer path that this Pentacle King is saying. Really what this energy is wanting to say to you is you can achieve this. What else can you achieve in your life? What else can you go on to do? So how can we keep building upon this? And so we're going to look and see what the next step is, like where you're going after this. You've had some success with it. There's a little bit of conflict around with that Five of Swords, maybe feeling a little bit conflicted about where this is going or where to go next, or just even about the fact that it's over, that something was finished and finalized. But it does feel like it's opened a big wide door for you to step through. And we're just going to explore that and see where that's going into the future beyond in the extended reading. We're going to see what sort of energies are around supporting it, what sort of messages or advice the universe can give you about this, what sort of things are coming in or what sort of people are coming in, what sort of things might be going out, what other intuitive messages do you need to hear, any kind of clarification. So that's all in the extended reading. Would love it if you come over, Capricorn. The link is in the description box below, and I usually pin the link to the comments as well. But if this is where we're leaving each other, enjoy this period. I think it's going to be very productive, and just throw yourself into something. It's going to feel good. So please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and look forward to seeing you next time.